Hello everyone and welcome back to Half-Life. So the Marines apprehended us. They tricked us by making us think we were going to be able to get to the surface, and they knocked us out and threw us in a trash compactor. But we escaped, and we found out they took all our weapons, but we got our crowbar back. That's it as of now, but hey, at least we got it. And we went down into this pipe, which we took out to here. Finally on the surface, the top side of Black Mesa. And unfortunately we won't be here for long. We will get to the surface for real and be there for a while, soon. But hey, at least we're here right now. Anyway, let's get started. So we'll go past this barrel here, and go up here. But we just have an unscalable wall. So, we'll turn back this way. And we have a tunnel, so let's go through. And 2 head crabs teleported in. And because it's our only weapon, we'll have to kill them with the crowbar. And they're both dead, so let's go on. And we come to the biological waste processing plant of Black Mesa. The industrial area we'll have to go through if we want to get to the Lambda complex. So let's go. And we'll have to get in through this huge water tower here. It's not exactly a water tower, but hey, it's pretty tall and it's got water in it. Anyway, we'll go over here, and we have a warning sign that says, "Do not close outlet without closing intake." And here we have the flow control valve. Now, if we go up this ladder here, we see a platform, and whenever we use that flow control valve, it'll lower this platform. Now, I'm assuming this would normally be a 2-man job, but if we go down this ladder... My voice cracked. Ladder. We see that our second man has died. Well, we'll have to do this all by ourselves, huh? Anyway, so we'll use the flow control valve, then immediately go up the ladder and hop onto the platform. And we are now at the bottom of this water tower, where there's a pipe, so let's go inside. This will be great for my claustrophobic viewers. And we have a vent grating, so let's break through. We see a large vat of toxic waste and a security guard killing some head crabs. Well, let's follow him down that hallway. We have some pistol ammo. And, oh. He's being eaten by a barnacle. I'm just gonna take this. And we now have our pistol back. So... let's go ahead and kill these 2 barnacles here. And then we'll go across this pipe and kill this barnacle. And here we have a first aid machine, but I don't need it. So let's go ahead and head on down this hallway here. If you can't tell, I'm trying to be a little bit more vocal, I guess you could say, in this playthrough, because... I had already recorded this video and posted it, but I was way too quiet. I'm trying to avoid that, so talking a little louder this time. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and go down here. And we have another barnacle. Man, this place is just infested, huh? Anyway, over here we have a little sign that reads Observation Area. Well, let's go observe. And from here we can observe future areas we'll have to visit in this chapter. Here there are many vats of toxic waste with lowering and rising platforms in them. Or, in the words of Big Mac Davis, mashers. Anyway, we'll go around here. And here we have a huge vat of toxic waste with 2 churners going around in circles in it. Well, we'll visit those 2 areas in a minute. But for now, we'll just have to go back around. And then we'll go down these stairs. Now down here under the staircase are 2 head crabs. And there's not really a surefire way of killing them without taking damage. So, I'll just try my best. And they didn't jump out. That's great. Oh. He did, and I took damage. Well, there goes my no damage run of this chapter. Anyway, we'll use the HEV machine right here. And if you can't tell, some sound files aren't working for whatever reason in this chapter. But anyway, down here we have 2 maintenance access doors. So let's try to open them. The first one is locked, but maybe the second one... Nope, it's locked as well. So we'll just have to backtrack and go back up the stairs. Yeah, that was kind of a pointless area to visit, but I just kind of like to explore around Black Mesa. See what it's like in here. I mean, of course, being Gordon Freeman, a scientist who works at Black Mesa, I would know nothing about the building. Anyway, we'll go back here. And because there was nothing back there, we'll have to go through this huge vat of toxic waste. And there are organs falling from the ceiling. That's kind of gross. But anyway, to get across here, we'll have to jump across these pieces of flesh. Yeah, a lot of people think those are like rocks or something, but if you examine the models, they look exactly like head crab giblets or just alien giblets. And that tells me they're pieces of flesh, which is kind of gross. But anyway, we'll go in this pipe here. And we come to the area with the rising and lowering platforms. And up there is the observation area we saw this area from. Now, what we need to do to get across here is we need to wait till these 2 platforms are in sync, and then jump across them. Well, you don't really have to wait till they're in sync, you just have to kind of wait till an opportunity arises to jump across without taking damage from the toxic waste. Anyway, now we'll go across this pipe here. And now we have the choice of walking on the left pipe or the right pipe. Right pipe looks pretty sturdy, so let's walk across. But it broke, and little bits of toxic waste came out of it. What a surprise. So, we'll have to go back up the ladder and take the left pipe. Is somebody at Valve just, like, left-handed or something? Because every single time you have to take, like, a left path or a right path, it's always the left. I don't know, but anyway, we'll walk along the left pipe, and then we'll jump to the sturdy section of the right pipe. We'll crouch under here. And now we come to this section with the churner arms. But before we go along here, first of all we'll look up there and we see the observation area we saw this area from. And also we'll go down this ladder and we have a maintenance access door. Let's go through. And it leads us out back to the area with the platforms. So then we'll just go back. And over here, we have a first aid machine, which, because I took damage from those 2 head crabs from earlier, we'll have to use. And then we'll go through this maintenance access door here. And it leads us back to the area with the HEV machine and the 2 head crabs. Yes, this was the second locked maintenance access door, which is pretty interesting. I actually don't really know how to get the first one open, but anyway, let's just go on. And now to deal with the area with the churner arms. So there are 2 ways to get across here. The easiest way is to walk along the edge of the vat of toxic waste and to go into the pipe there. But the cooler way to go across, which is what I like to do, is to jump onto the center of this churner, walk onto the arm of it, and then when the 2 churner arms meet, jump to the other one, then crouch on the end of the other one, and when it gets close enough to the pipe, I just walk in. Something weird happened with my voice at the end. Apparently this is the episode where I hit puberty. Anyway, so we'll just go on and go through the pipe. And we emerge in this area where some organs are being expelled out of these 2 vents here. That's kind of gross. And there are more organs coming out of these 2 pipes. Well, they're not coming out of them now, but they were. Anyway, what we've got to do is use these conveyor belts to get up to the area up there. But before we do so, what I'm going to do is go down here and get the items in these crates. In the first one, we just have a health pack, which I don't need. In the second one, we have nothing. But in the third one, we have some shotgun ammo. Of course, we don't have a shotgun yet, but we'll get one soon. In this crate, we have nothing. In this crate, we have nothing. But in these crates, we have some machine gun grenades. And in this crate, we have more machine gun grenades, which are nice. Of course, we don't have a machine gun yet either, but once again, we'll get one soon. Anyway, now to take the conveyor belts up into the next area. This chapter is really loud. I just had to say that. And we're dropped down into this brown water here, where more organs are being expelled out of these vents. Gross. Anyway, we'll go up onto this ledge here, where we have a couple of maintenance access doors. But the first one is locked. So let's go try the other one. But it's also locked. So we have no choice but to go into the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. I didn't sing that because I'm a really bad singer. But anyway, we'll surface over here on this ledge, so we're not killed by that roller down there. And then we'll go past here. And from here, we can see a future area where some gas is being expelled out of the ceiling there. That's really weird, and we'll deal with that area in a minute. But first, we'll go down back into the water. At least I think it's water. Maybe it's just brown because somebody pooped in it. We need to fire that person. Anyway, we'll surface for air here. And more organs are falling out of the ceiling. Something very strange is going on here. But anyway, now to deal with the orange gas area. I'll crouch under it, under the water, as to not be hurt by it. And then we'll crouch under this big roller here. And I like to keep an eye on it to make sure, of the time whenever I can surface. And then we'll surface up here for air. And we have a first aid machine. I don't really need to use it, but it's nice. And we have some stairs. Where do they lead to? I wonder. They just lead out the first maintenance access door. Nice. So anyway, we'll go back through, go back down the stairs, then go back in the water and swim on. And we come to this area. So we'll get off over here. And there are 3 conveyor belts. The middle one is going backwards, and we'll need to change that, and you'll see why in a minute. And there are some hydraulic press things banging down on them. Anyway, we'll go over here, where we have a magnum. Yes, once again, we get another amazing weapon. And we'll use it right now, actually, because around this corner is a bull squid who is eating this poor security guard. So let's get revenge for him. And now it's a dead bull squid. So then we'll go on in this room where we have 2 armor batteries, which I don't need. A first aid machine, which I don't need, and 2 satchel charges. Yes, another amazing weapon within seconds of each other. Wow. Anyway, before we deal with the conveyor belts, first we're going to go over here and go up these stairs. I wonder where they lead. Out the second maintenance access door. Nice. Anyway, we'll go back in, go back down the stairs, and before we can press this button to stop the hydraulic presses, first we've got to reverse the direction of the middle conveyor belt, because that's the one we're going to be riding out of here. And we can't have it just carrying us back down into the water. So, to change that, we'll go down to this hazardous machinery area where we have the conveyor control. But first, we'll crouch down and go down here where we have a bull squid. And he doesn't see me, which is nice. So we'll kill him with the magnum. Oh. Was he already dead? What the heck? Why was... Oh! There's 2 down here. I didn't know that. I thought there was only 1. Well, that's new for me. Well, that was weird. Anyway, we'll go back up these stairs. And now, to change the direction of the conveyor belt. As you can probably see, all of the levers correspond with a conveyor belt. And the middle one is down, so we'll push it up. And the direction of the conveyor belts are all forward. So we'll go down here, and then we'll use this button to stop the hydraulic presses. So what I do is I wait till the hydraulic presses on the right are in sync, and they're all the way up. Well, that's not really the right timing, but it works. And then I'll let it lead me over to the middle conveyor belt. That's always a nice, fun section. And the conveyor belt leads us down to another conveyor belt. And more organs are coming out of the ceiling. What kind of stuff are they doing in Black Mesa? I don't know. Anyway, we come to this hazardous machinery area, where there are some pistons, I guess, or hydraulics, I don't really know much about machines, coming out of the wall and pressing onto the little wall there. And you can get pinched in there and be crushed by these very easily. So we'll have to time this right. And none of these have specific patterns, so you can just treat them all the same way. And I say that because these 3 hydraulic presses over here do have specific patterns. This first one smashes down twice, then goes up. So when the time is right, just run under. The second one smashes down for a long period of time, then goes up. So when the time is right, just run under. And the third one smashes down 3 times and goes up. So once again, when the time is right, run under. And we're going into an infectious waste area. Well. And we come to the infamous conveyor belt maze section, as I like to call it. And over here is just some green sludge, and I don't want to fall down into that, so we'll go on to this conveyor belt here. But if we continue going with the conveyor belts, we'll eventually get to an area with some fire that will burn us. And I don't want that, so we'll go against the conveyor belts. And hey, a door. Let's go through. But it's locked, so we have no choice but to continue going against the conveyor belt here. And we come to this area with 2 conveyor belts. So, we'll get on the left one. See, it's always the left path. I have no idea. And down there we have a laser trip mine. So, we'll blow it up. But we won't crouch down here because around that corner is another laser trip mine. So what we'll... oh gosh. Well, that was almost really bad. What we'll do is we'll throw a satchel charge down onto the conveyor belt. And when the satchel charge kind of like gets wedged in between the conveyor belts like there, blow it up. Well, it didn't work. That was a weird glitch. Anyway, we'll throw another one down here. Hopefully this one will work. And hopefully it blew up the trip mine. If it didn't, then I'm screwed. It did. So we'll go around here. And we'll stop here. And we come to this section with these 3 rollers here. So, before we deal with this area, what we're gonna do is run down to this water here. Yes, video game logic. 1 millimeter water stops you from taking damage from any fall from any height. Anyway, we'll open this door here. And there are a few head crabs inside. Ooh, that was scary. Now this one faces to the left, of course. It's always the left. Something weird happened with my throat there. So what we'll have to do is run in and get his attention. And then, when he gets over here, just, well, get him to jump out at us like that. And then we'll go into the hallway where they came from. Now there's 2 options of where to go, the left or the right. First, we'll take the right. And it brings us under the conveyor belt maze here. And there's nothing really down here, except for the little area with the fire that would have burned us if we kept going with the conveyor belts. So let's be glad we didn't. Anyway, we'll go back. And of course, in order to get where we need to go, we've got to take the left path. And we'll follow the stairs signs. And around this corner is a bull squid, so we'll kill him with the magnum. And he doesn't see me yet for whatever reason. And over here we have a first aid machine, which I don't need. So then we'll just go up these stairs. And we have a door. Could this be our way out of here? A door to the surface? For real this time? A door maybe even to the Lambda complex, where we can finally clean up this mess? Let's find out, and no. It just brings us back to the conveyor belt we went against. Yep, this was the locked door from earlier. So yeah, now we've just got to go back down the stairs and backtrack using the stairs signs. Yeah, it's kind of a pointless area, but as I said before, at least I think I said before, I just kind of like to explore around Black Mesa. So then we'll go back through this door, go back up the ladder, and now to deal with the rollers. So, what we'll do is we'll go on this conveyor belt here, and of course we don't want to be squished, so when there's enough space, we'll just jump to the other conveyor belt. And once again, jump to the other conveyor belt. And we're entering into another high radiation area. And I'm stuck on conveyor belts. Great. And when we get down here, we see two huge jaws that will crush anything in its path. And it's supposed to be represented to the player by these falling head crabs here. But the thing is, half of the time they don't even get crushed by the jaws, they just kind of fall onto them, and they can do whatever they want. So we'll just let them fall onto the jaws and be crushed. And that's all of them, so we'll fall down to this other conveyor belt, but we'll get off because we don't want to be crushed. Now, whenever they're open enough, of course the obvious decision would be just to jump down to that conveyor belt. But you will take massive damage if you do that. So what you've got to do is run to the platform there. Dang it, I missed it. Yeah, I kept failing in my practice runs, and I kind of did here, but... well, we'll work with this. Anyway, we'll keep going. And this conveyor belt will just drop us down into some toxic waste. So we'll just get off here. And there are 6 barnacles up there, but I'm not going to risk dying from the toxic waste down there to kill them. So we'll just go past them. And then go up this ladder. And we're entering into another high radiation area. But that's the end of this chapter. Yes, questionable ethics. The chapter will start in the next episode, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.